Hello and welcome back to that Eurovision site, where today we'll be doing something a little bit different and we'll be discussing Sámi Grand Prix, which will be taking place on the 12th of April up in Kautokeino. And for those of you who don't know what Sámi Grand Prix is, firstly, welcome to Sámi Grand Prix. It's going to be a fun time. Secondly, it's essentially a music competition between Sámi artists who are the indigenous people in the north of Scandinavia. You know, that general area around like where Tromsø and that are, if you're familiar with them. That's it's a lot more complex than that, but we don't have that much time. So it is composed of two sections. There is the one we're all used to, a song competition, which is just basically if you're watching a Eurovision channel, you know what that kind of thing is. It's basically the same as most national selections, but there's no Eurovision. And then there's also a yoik contest, and yoik is the traditional song of the Sami people, and there's lots of history to it, which I'm definitely not the right person to tell you about. So if you're interested, go find that out on your own time, because it's a very complex historic thing. It's essentially all you really need to know. It's the traditional song of the Sami people. There's a category for that too, and it is hosted in what just seems to be like a town sports hall in Kautokeino, which is just it's basically the capital of the Sami region. That's where a lot of them congregate. That's one of the biggest towns in terms of Sami population. So they have it there. It's hosted by NRK in association with SVT and Yle, who are the broadcasters for Norway, Sweden, Finland. And I'm joined today by two big Sámi Grand Prix aficionados as well as myself. Ben, Kittens, how are you guys doing?
Good.
Good, doing great. I'm really looking forward to this competition this year.
Oh yeah,
Agreed.
Really
it's
looking forward to
it's a
this.
good one.
Oh, it so for those of you who don't know, the songs came out the day before the Mellow final. Um, so we were all in Stockholm for the Mellow final, and we were just like, wake up, guys, wake up, guys. Time got free songs just landed.
On the same day as the Gaga album as well.
Yeah, it was a very busy morning. The same morning as Remember Monday
Yeah.
got announced as well for the UK. Officially. Officially.
For the ninth time.
But yeah, so it was a very exciting day. And also myself and Daniel were press at Melfest weekend and we got to speak to the hosts and the producer of Song Grand Prix, and there is an interview for that on this channel, so you can go and listen to that as well. So if you want more information, you can hear it straight from the source,
Yeah.
from Ole Matagalf and Maxi de Barak, and I forget the producer lady's name. I'm so sorry. Um,
Hi, if you're watching Sámi Grand Prix producers.
Hello. So I just because I think Kins will burst if we don't get into it quickly, I'm going to start with the song category because I think you especially have just been taken over by multiple of them this year.
I mean, I kind of have. I do be having a bit of Sammy GP brain rot this year. Um, the main I'm not gonna lie, I genuinely love all of the songs this year. Um, and I am just but the main object of my musical obsessions is Jovna Levy because oh my God, I am just obsessed with Jovna Fontana because it's so good. For those who watched Sámi GP last year, and if you didn't watch Sámi GP last year, go back and watch it because it was really excellent. Um, like Sámi GP last year, the reason I kind of got dragged into it entirely was an artist called Native, who uh basically does this like rap track, but like partially in Sami language, and um, I was like sitting there thinking, oh, this year I won't have anything like that. There won't be anything. And then you get this kind of like 8-bit styled, sort of like semi-retro kind of rap track, and it's just amazing. And like it's one of those tracks that has just got this like instant commercial appeal
Yeah.
to it. Like I've had so many people because I've been like posting it on my stories and stuff saying, "Oh my God, I'm so obsessed with this track." That like other people have started picking up on it and just being like, "Yeah, I've no idea about this, but I also love this track."
I remember when I was doing a write-up for the songs and yachts that got included, I saw Giovanna Lee with Joanna Fontana. Then I saw that it was composed with Helga Moen, and I was like kind of lying down at the time, just with my laptop on the that physically made me sit up because if you don't know, he was in North Kid. He co-wrote Ulrika's Honestly, so that's second place 2 years in a row. Unlucky for him. But he's also part of a Norwegian duo with another of the North Kid guys, Han Helven and Håkon, and they do some really, really fun stuff. And I'm pretty sure he's Sami himself, so I was so excited to meet or really wanted him to be involved somehow. And I was just delighted that he is. And as Kittens said, yeah, song amazing. And what I do think helps is the last thing that is the last thing most people would expect from a Sami artist.
Hmm.
And
I think
you know, I think you had that last year with Native coming on stage with the guitar and fooling people into thinking that he's going to be quiet and playing guitar and coming on and smashing it up. And that's the kind of thing that we are getting here.
he did that at
People
Melfest weekend
smashing
as well. I don't know where he keeps getting these guitars from.
Guitars for less or something.
But you know, this whole concept of people know what Sami music sounds like, and it's this very traditional, very like, oh, this is what it sounds like. No, because it's like a whole spectrum of
Hmm.
music and different things going on here, and artists are, you know, inspired by all sorts of things, and we see that really well in all of the songs from this year's selection, actually. Um, you know, we have like straight up pop tracks, we have kind of like dancey tracks, we have like electronica kind of tracks, we have kind of ethereal kind of I could see this on the stage at like some sort of like indie festival or something like in the UK kind of thing. So I think there is a little something for everybody here, which is a really nice thing to see in the selection, actually. Eurovision National Finals, take note.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's not like just traditional music. It is mainly modern music in the language of the Sami people. They're not like some do a very good job at mixing in some of the more traditional sounds, but they're showing it doesn't have to be
Yeah.
traditional to be Sami. It can just be in their language. Yana Furtana is as an example, and it's just in their language. It's a normal rap track, but it still works in showing the talents of the Sami people.
And obviously, like all the lyrics and stuff, or a big chunk of the lyrics in that are talking about like there's another lyric in there, something about the Sami Parliament or something like that. I forget, but like, yeah, I think there is just something so fresh about this selection. I'm so
Hmm.
excited about it. Like,
Yeah, that. The one I am most excited to see perform live is Hilda Landsman, Magia, because she has been around the block in terms of like Sami indigenous music. She's done a lot of stuff. She was in back in 2015 with Saw You, which was with her mother, which was nice. And she's won Sámi Grand Prix before with Laura in 2021. This is a step up from everything she's done, I think, because this is amazing. Like it's one of the ones that combines like traditional Sami with modern like electronic stuff, and it's so good. And
It's so rich, that sound. And like it's just like I could definitely see that like on a stage at somewhere like Blue Dot or like Glastonbury or somewhere like that as
it is the
well.
type of sound where I don't feel like I'm smart enough to talk about it properly.
It's so layered and so rich and like mm, I kind of want to just get in there and take it all apart in the best
Yeah.
possible way. Like I kind of just want to take out every like individual element and listen to that and then take it all apart and put it back together. It's so lush.
And she also had an album out in January that's also incredible. It's the kind of album where you just go whoa for every single song, and I love that. Just incredibly talented. Also, Sarah Einak, I think it would be very weird for me to not talk about a song by that was written with David Lindgren and Zacharias, because that's David Lindgren and Zacharias. They've got him on board. I think that is a showcase more than anything that serious effort is going into making these songs. Because he is like one of the songwriters in Sweden. He's written Eurovision songs. He was one of the Behover and Today Dog people, so obviously I'm pro him.
Oh, there we are. There it is.
You gotta have a mention.
I'm surprised it doesn't happen more, honestly.
I'm surprised it
Yeah,
took this long.
yeah. But the fact that they are able to pull in songwriters like him, who are not only available but willing to be a part of this. As I don't think he's Sami himself. He was just like hired by the Sámi Grand Prix people to like finish off Sarah's vision. It shows that they are really, really going places with this competition.
Hmm.
And it
I mean,
shows in the song because the song's really good as well.
I remember when this contest was like on a theater stage. It didn't have all these wild or the stage you've seen for the past like 5 years. But now it's evolved to this point where
But
you're
even
getting
if you
these
look at
artists.
the stage the past years though, it's not like a huge arena.
No,
Basically every town in Norway will have something like that.
it used to
It's
be
what they
like
do with it.
yeah, it used to be Una Voce per San Marino year one type stage, or even a bit cheaper than that. Like it was not. It was a theater.
You would not be able to tell that it's not in like a
Yeah.
such an like an amazing arena. It's just your local sports hall basically, and they're pulling stuff off like that.
The producers have done a great job in Anarcha starting to put the money into it to get the stage right and the production value up. And now with SVT and Ilde actually pouring money and good songwriters into this show, it's been really good. This is the best
I'll
selection of
say
songs.
I think it is by far the best song competition that will take place in Norway this year.
Oh, 100%.
Mm.
MGP this year was not good. So,
I think they need to look at the people in charge of this and take note, not just from we should get Sami people in, but from how well they're doing with quite a lot less.
mhm. San
And
Marino, take notes.
we should definitely see the winner of Sámi Grand Prix appear in at least one of the national finals. No,
Mello
no,
or
no.
Uumka? Or not Uumka, MGP. Uumka, I can understand
I
not going
mean,
in because there's only 6 artists.
no, no, I mean, even if it's just like as an interval, they should be
Yeah,
there. Minimum.
100%.
Need the winner of this should be getting that international like exposure as part of that stage. Like whichever is the more suitable one for them,
Hmm.
they should be part of that stage show. That's my hill I'm gonna die on. And
Oh, 100% agree. I've been saying this for years.
they should they should be offered a spot in the main contest, and they should also if not, put them in as an interval. They need to be an interval.
Moving on to the
I'm looking at you.
yoik, unless we have any more favorites.
I mean, I want to mention Piera Era because I didn't get this to start with, and it's really grown on me, like
Hmm.
really heavily. I was kind of like, oh, this is kind of like reggae tinged kind of thing, and then like at some point in like the last like week or so, I've just been like, I am vibing with this. And I don't quite know how that happened, but it's gone from kind of like this is kind of okay to like boom in the space of a few weeks. I don't know whether that's a good news that it's a grower for me, but because maybe it will also be a grower for other people. So
I also want to mention Ellen in the Woods and Jorgen Stenberg. Hi to all of our viewers in Umeå, Sweden, where Jorgen is from. I've liked Ellen in the Woods since I competed in MGP, so I quite like the song. It's pretty on par for the rest of their music, which is still pretty good. I don't have much else to say besides it's an Ellen in the Woods song. Hopefully they don't get third place for the third time in a row, which happened in MGP and the last time they're in Sámi Grand Prix, but we'll
I'd
see
like
with
to
that one.
I'd like to echo the shout out to Umeå, Sweden, which is somehow our biggest audience.
It's
Hi guys.
the Jan Henrik Fjallgren interview.
We'll get on to him later, which is very exciting.
and
But on to the
also sorry, also kudos for Alan in the Woods for having a video with English subtitles on the video, which is a really
yeah,
nice thing to
Mhm.
do. I just wanted to point that.
yeah, moving on to the yoik category. What are the standouts for us here?
Heli Aikio. Uh, I'm not gonna try to pronounce that song name because that's a lot of that stuff looks like a Finnish word almost. Northern Sami, close to Finnish. So it's probably my favorite of the yoiks. I mean, I don't feel like I'm in the place as a white person from the USA to be judging yoiks. But from my subjective musical standpoint, I quite like this one. It has the musicalness that kind of attracts me to it. It isn't fully a song, but like pop side of the song house, but it still has a bit more musicality than some that are pure yoik. There's a couple that have like a random spoken word section, which caught me off guard. I just heard random speaking, like that's new. Uh, yeah, it's probably my favorite of the yoiks. It's the one I have added to my playlists.
I am agreeing with that. And also, my reasons are she just has a really lovely voice.
She does.
Like, I'm not going to really speak on the composition because then I'm not really qualified. But her voice is just really lovely, really soothing. And also another, not the composition itself, but something I love about it. Mathis Oskau's song about Bjork about Mongolia. Because it's a York about Mongolia and his travels to Mongolia. That is just not at all. You could have given me a million guesses at what a Sámi Grand Prix York could be. I would not say Mongolia.
Well, like
So it's
the
just a
whole
really
thing
fun
is
thing.
that like did he travel there and he saw lots of parallels between like his life in like
Yeah,
um
and I
where he
wouldn't know.
was
I wouldn't
and
know that unless he
Mongolia,
did his
which is
yoik.
great. I mean, I want to point out Lynn Henrietta because I just think it's really joyful, like to listen to and to just you know to just hear that. It's just fun. And it just feels so full of happiness and full of joy. And I just feel lifted every time I hear it. Um, and like compositionally, like I didn't really work this out until like I heard Shiloh talking about this when Shiloh did the reactions, and I remember our team has done reactions which will be coming out with this series of videos. And the jumps, the like vocal whoop that you get in it are like really impressive. It's just like But yeah, that one and Toriel were the ones that particularly caught my eye. Caught my ear, whatever. Um because just because they seem like, they are evoking the spirit of a lot of fun in both of them, and something very uh precious and cherished, it sounds like, um it's just they're just so full of life, both of those. Not to say the others aren't, of course, but those are the two, because I genuinely enjoy listening to all of these. Um, but those are the two which come to like I wanted to specifically talk about.
Yeah, I think the most important thing about these is they will come alive during the night
Yeah.
Hmm.
because the way that at least last year all of them were staged was just breathtaking and elevated every single one of them so much more than they already were by just being great themselves. Again, Sámi Grand Prix production, metaphorical hats off to you again because uh, honestly, it should be mandatory viewing for anyone putting on a show like this. Even if you're like French putting on a French show, the way that stuff like that gets done up there, incredible. Moving on to some news that we got recently that really excited me.
Oh, I wonder what this could
You, you,
be.
Jon
Omea
Henrik
Sweden.
Jon Henrik Fjällgren is going to be an interval act during the Sámi Grand Prix.
We need to put him in the thumbnail of this video so we get views on this thing.
When
Yeah,
I
for those
when
who
I
don't,
found that out, I just went screaming into the server going,
enter
"Is Daniel okay?"
I wasn't going to get on
honestly,
my
I
rant.
don't know. I don't know if I'm okay because some Daniel lot, I knew about him before I was a Eurovision fan. Like me liking Jon Henrik Fjällgren outdates me liking Eurovision. And he is one of the like big Sami artists who I think is like truly has made it out to the g general. Most people in the country will know who he is. Most people in all of like Scandinavia probably will know who this man is. So having him perform, it shows that it's it is the event for Sami people. And that is what they are trying to do. And I think it shows that they have done that. It is someone who will help them get from an audience of Sami people, which they've already got, that's great, to an international audience like us, who are people who we don't really know. We're not Sami, but we're going to watch and enjoy that. And I am going to really enjoy a Jon Henrik Fjällgren song and a Jon Henrik Fjällgren interval. That's going to be amazing.
I mean, it's very exciting that he is going to be there, but also I am really hoping for a big surprise as well. I mean, admittedly, last year I knew absolutely nothing about Sami GP going into it, but Indigenous Bastards,
Yes.
Firstly, incredible name.
yeah, firstly, incredible name. Secondly, incredible interval. Even though it was pre-recorded, incredible interval last year that just completely out of nowhere. Um, And, I'm really hoping there will be some more stuff in this production that is going to blow my mind as well. Um, but yeah, I'm really excited.
And
Hmm.
just lastly, I would like to talk about just the effort they are putting in to really push this out towards a more broader audience. Because there's a first this year that Ula are airing it. They're providing Finnish commentary. So that's great, even for the like Sami people who aren't like fluent or they've lost their language. But everyone in Finland can tune in now, and they can understand more than they already would what's going on. That's fantastic. We've seen in recent years you can vote on the Mellow app. There's Mellow cards. There's real cards now.
I
Where
can't
are our
find.
I've
mellow cards?
I
Where
don't
are
know where
mellow
my
I've
physical
got
cards?
cards are.
I've got I have real Sámi Grand Prix cards with their faces on them.
That was the best part of Melfest weekend.
I
I just have Hilda Landsman here, and it's great. Like it's got like information about all the people and information about their songs. This was at Melfest weekend. They were just handing these out, and
We sat at
people
the
love
table trying to sort through the stacks to
and
find one of each.
people love free stuff. So
Hmm.
they're
And
gonna
us
take that.
card obsessed hoes.
Yeah,
Back on
I
voting, you can also vote for the through
yeah.
the YLE app, I believe, as well, which is a
You can
first.
vote through. You can vote through there. You can vote through all of their prospective voting ways, the same way you would
Hmm.
vote in their national final, which is fantastic.
although
I also have a lanyard, which is
also
They
amazing.
gave out lanyards?
yes, we got lanyards. Yeah. Also SVT or whoever looks after the Melfest app, could we have cards? I mean,
Please.
Come on,
maybe they'll
come on.
be out by the time you watch this
But
video.
it's a week
Um,
to go. Come on.
but come on, we want our Sorry GP cards in
I
the
want the
Melfest
gold
app.
cards.
Yeah,
I want all the gold cards.
I'm so complete from last year. I need fresh cards.
Do we have any more thoughts on the upcoming Sami Grand Prix?
I mean, I think for me, people do say like, how do I get into watching this, and how do I like understand what I'm hearing and stuff like that. And I just want to say to people, you just listen to it,
Just
give
watch
it a
it.
chance,
Hmm.
because you do not know what you are going to find, and all of your preconceptions are going to be blown out the water over what you're going to expect. It has been so heartening to see so many people getting excited about Sámi Grand Prix on Blue Sky and on social media. Um, and because I think this, it does come at the ideal time for Eurofans. We're in like, it's not even on the same night as a pre-party. Come on, like you have no new music have come out from like for Eurovision. You're out for national final season. Give this a go. It is an excellent stopgap competition in between national finals and the main event. And you do not know what you are going to find, because you could well be like me last year, expecting to find something kind of very traditional and very slow and plodding, and having just mind blown.
I will also say I don't know if they have them live, but I didn't watch live last year because I was at a concert. So I went onto the NRK website afterwards to watch it. You can get a browser extension easily to make those Norwegian subtitles that they have on there, any language that you speak. So the language barrier is gone. You can I understood basically everything that was going on without knowing the language at all. That's great.
And hey, you're
So
Euro fans. You watch national
yeah,
finals every year.
Yeah.
yeah,
You
you.
watch stuff in
I am looking at you.
Lithuania.
I am looking at you, the guy who watched like the second semi-final of Lithuania. You don't have an excuse to not watch this. Come on.
No, come on. This is really good stuff, and we are heartily encouraging you to go and check this out. Go check the artists out. and watch the show on the 13th,
12th, I think.
12th,
12th?
12th, 12th.
Saturday the
Watch the
12th.
show on the 12th, and get into these artists because they're really, really good.
Yes. And they are only going to get even better from here on out. With more people watching them and listening to them, they're only going to get better.
Hmm. National
So,
final producers take note.
yeah, take notes because just watch it, take notes, invite some of them if they're from your region, and just have a good time watching. With with all that said and done, though, thank you so much for watching this pre-discussion video. Be sure to check out that Euro site for Eurovision and some Sámi Grand Prix coverage as well. Follow all of our socials that will be in the description. And we don't just do Sámi Grand Prix. There's just the day after will be LEP. We'll get all the interviews from that, or not all, some hopefully. We've got interviews from Eurovision in concert going up around the time of this video, so click on our channel. It'll probably be around some of those. There's some really fun ones that I really encourage you to check out. And for all the Eurovision news you may have missed, check out that EurovisionSite.com. All that's left to say now is a goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.